Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute since I've been here, but it's fine because one thing about me, I may disappear, but I always come back. Today we are doing 6 to 12 month baby essentials. I love this age because they're a bit more exciting, and of course we start the journey of solids and you can dress them better, they're a bit more active, they have so many new things to do. And if you don't know me, if you're new here, my name is Joko Sipeliti. I'm married. I have 3 beautiful toddlers aged 5, 3, and 1. I make content based around motherhood, based around me, or anything that I feel women in my situation would benefit from. So yeah, let's not even make this intro even longer. Let's get started. So, as you know, I'm a section queen. I'm gonna make things easy for you. I'm gonna put everything into sections. And of course, I have my lovely mural done by my kids, drawings on the wall, story of my life. Every time I'm about to shoot content, like they have to do something. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even care. As long as you get the info that you need, it's all right. But yeah, let's start with the baby feeding supplies. Okay, so as you know, 6 months is the exciting age. They can start solids. And of course, you want to prep in advance so that when they do start solids, you have all the essentials that you need in order for them to start. Very simple, basic utensils. The baby spoons, please be aware of the scoop because sometimes I feel like if the baby spoon is too wide, then it kind of just out of their mouth. But if the scoop is a bit more rounded, you can actually just scoop the food in. It also really depends on how you're going to introduce this eating thing. You can do the new school way of baby-led weaning where you just let them take with their hands and feed themselves. I personally didn't start off that way. I don't know, because I was impatient or I just didn't want things to be too messy, but I actually fed them with baby spoons. The baby bowls, they're so cute. There's a huge variety of them that you can choose from. They have little sections. They can be characters. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be too expensive. Just something that you'll know is designated for baby's food. New cups, training cups. So for me, I actually really liked the training cup that has a 360 around it, where the baby tilts it and they suck, and then as soon as they stop sucking, it's actually spill proof. Because as you know, as the more babies have teeth, the more they're prone to tooth decay from the actual teats of baby bottles. So trying to wean them off the teat bottle is a great idea. There are also sippy cups with the more solid silicone teat, if you may say, but all of them are spill proof. That's a great thing to start getting them used to as well. Bibs to catch the food. I did speak about bibs before in my newborn or 0 to 3 month baby essentials. I always say if you're going to do the cloth bibs, do the ones that have the plastic underneath at the bottom so that if baby does spill, it doesn't actually wet the clothes because then it serves no purpose. Why do we have extra laundry but we're using bibs, you know? But if you want to be bougie and you want something that's easy to clean, you get the silicone bibs, the ones that have that catch thing in the middle, and you can just put it under water in the sink, wash it off, dry it, and Bob's your uncle, you can use it the next time. You don't have to worry about laundry. Those are great, especially when they start eating and they're so messy and they're doing the most. Those were my absolute favorite. And then next thing that you want to think about is a high chair or a feeding chair or a feeding situation that you're going to do. High chairs are great. I mean, you get ones that they can actually from 6 months up until they're 6 years, where you can disassemble them and it becomes a desk and a chair. I mean, that's a great investment because I have a desk and I have chairs in my house, but I have 3 kids, so how is that going to work out, you know? High chairs are great, sturdy, has something you can clip the child in so they don't jump out because they're always trying to do funny things. Or you can do the feeding chair, the one that's on the floor where they sit down and they have the little tray in front of them. That's also cute. I also did use the pram or the baby stroller the one that actually has the tray thing on. When I started, I was like, I don't know if I want to buy all of these things. So I put my child in her pram, clipped it in, and I used the actual tray for the pram. That worked. Other times I even use the car seat. You know, the one that they outgrow, the baby one. I use that, put them on there and feed them, make sure that it's sitting up on the couch. Whatever was convenient for me at the time, that's what I used. But I definitely do like feeding chairs because they're very convenient, but they're not a need, they're a want or a nice to have. And if you don't want to do any of the buying, if they are sitting sturdily at 6 months, I would prop a pillow behind them just to make sure that they sit up. I was on the floor next to them, sat next to them, and I fed them with them sitting up against the pillow and enjoying the first food. So you don't need all the extra equipment for when they start eating. Don't know why I'm dancing with my hands. But yeah, okay. Then next, the most obvious thing is the baby foods. I started with the baby porridge slash baby cereal at 6 months. So you want to choose what brand you're going to use and which brand you're going to stick to. There are tons to choose from. There literally is no one way of doing this. And I did Purity. I even did Click's brand at some stage. I kind of checked what my baby liked and I stuck to that. So I started off with breakfast at first. That's how I started feeding them. And then slowly as they got older, then I introduced purees, whereas the fruit and vegetables, and I'd add that as a snack. But you don't want to feed them porridge, fruit, vegetables, mash, all of that all at once because their tummies are still small and growing and developing. You want to slowly ease them into the eating process. So starting one by one and working your way and seeing their hunger cues, then you can work around that. But in terms of purees, I did the pouches, the Purity pouches. I love the Rhodes ones because they actually got the big ones, especially when your kids get older. I loved the vegetable range from Purity. My kids love veggies. They ate it all the time. If you are a cooking mom all the time, you want all natural, you can make purees for your babies. You can cook for them. What I would do is that even if I do steam cook the food, I would still put it in the blender to get that extra puree feel to it. And then obviously you need storage containers if you're going to cook the food, so you can freeze it or place it in the fridge, whatever storage that you're going to use. And mash, once they get to around 8, 9 and they are more comfortable with different textures of food, you can also do mashed food. So there's a lot of interesting new things you can do. But like I said, you can try and stick to a brand that your child likes, or you can see babies are different. They're not all gonna like the same things, but these are just examples of things that I wanted and things that worked for me. Okay, and then safety items. So as you know, they're way more active now at this stage. They're no longer just lying there, and your house can become quite a hazard for them. So safety gates, if you've got stairs, if you like to leave your door open. I use my trolley door. I just close it up and they can't get through. But if you do have staircase and things like that, get safety gates so to ensure that they don't climb up, fall down, all of that drama. The plug outlets for their little fingers. My youngest is 1 year, 8 months, and she will still try and poke her finger in a plug outlet. I'm like, girl, you almost 2. So you definitely want to get those closed up, especially if they're within reach of your little one. Cupboard or cabinet locks, they open and they take out everything. I don't even have glasses anymore. Well, the ones I have I've hidden, but I don't have them easily accessible because they break things, they take things out of the cupboards. What I did in the beginning, we bought the cupboard lock things, the plastic ones. They broke and I got over it, so I took shoelaces. I bought me some shoelaces and I tied up all my cupboards, and that worked for me. I was like, this thing that keeps breaking, or sometimes I forget how to unlock it. I'm like, this is too long. Shoelace, make a double knot. I can unknot easily and I don't forget how to. So you can literally DIY your own way of making your house safe. And then furniture straps, especially if you have the low coffee tables with the corners, you know, when they get up and they bump their head, you don't want them to hurt themselves. You can get those also put around the edges, or you let them learn. I'm kidding. But think about safety at this stage because they are going to become more active the older they get. And then toiletries. So of course they have teeth now, which is super cute. So you want to incorporate a little baby toothbrush to start brushing their teeth. I know that slowly they stop drinking as much milk as they used to, which is great. But because they have teeth, tooth decay is a thing. Cavities are a thing. So get them a cute little toothbrush. Make sure the bristles are soft and gentle for baby. I know that they also get baby toothpastes that are fluoride free. I love those. They have like a strawberry taste to them. So my kids got used to the whole toothbrush with toothpaste thing from a young age. Sunscreen, you know, if your baby has been at home or you've been hiding them, they're at the age where they can actually enjoy the sun and go out. So sunscreen, sun hats, just to get them outside exploring, and just making sure that you protect their skin while they do that. And also, I don't believe in shoes. I let my kids start walking barefoot, and then I'd introduce shoes later. But I did realize that during winter it gets really cold, and socks can be slippery. So there were these sock shoes. They had like the silicone studded bottom, and then there were actual socks, and I put them on so that they would still be steady enough to walk but warm enough so they didn't have cold feet, because they're going to start walking soon. So that really worked for me in terms of shoes and allowing them to go around. But if it's summer, man, let them walk bare feet. Let their feet feel touch. Kids need all of that in order to develop. They need those sensory things around them. But if you like shoes, there are many different options you can choose from. Just make sure that they are baby walker friendly. Okay. Then of course they also need toys and development aids. There's a variety of different things and activities and toys that you can do for your babies to help them grow, for their fine motor skills, their sensory skills, and all of that. But I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to end this one here in terms of the essentials for baby 6 to 12 months. Then my next video, I will touch on what kind of toys, development aids, and activities you can do with your 6 to 12 month old to aid them in their development. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell, share, tell your people to tell their people. We got to 1,000 subscribers, which is great. But yeah, it's been great, guys, and I'll catch you again on the next one on Sunday. Bye.